Lawyers such as myself help people deal with the subject no one wants to discuss, namely, what happens when you die. Because your loved ones may find it difficult in the midst of their grief to devote time and energy to handling your funeral and other end-of-life affairs, advanced planning is recommended so that your wishes can be followed with minimal stress. One big issue is how you want your body to be handled, cremation or full body burial. Then come the issues of headstones or urns and what kind of ceremony you'd prefer. What might seem obvious to you may not be so obvious to your children. Many people prepay for their funeral expenses, so remember to talk with your children about whether you have. Estate planning lawyers have seen instances where there was already a plot paid for and the children unwittingly paid for another plot. How about your obituary? I've seen cases where relatives become angry because the children got the details wrong. With a pre-written obituary, you can get the right details and say what you want about your life. Speaking of writing, have you written a will? You'd be surprised how many fights occur over this once a parent passes away. If you want one child to get the china and another to get the tools, be sure to write it down. Better yet, talk to your children directly about what you want and what you want for them. It can save a lot of grief, especially if you record it correctly. A living will can be one of the best uses of an estate planning lawyer. This covers in writing what would happen if you're ill or incapacitated in some way. Do you want to be resuscitated? Would you want to be on life support? These fights can divide a family, so knowing in advance and having it written in a legal document makes it much easier when the time comes. Part of what I do as an attorney is to help your family suffer as little as possible should you pass. In order to make this happen, however, I need you to be sure they know your wishes about your funeral, your assets, and your body in ill health. By writing it down ahead of time, you can save everyone grief when they need time and space to mourn.